Yeah, today is the June 30th, 2025, and I came out to the neighborhood park in a little bit like a disturbed area, abandoned areas and so forth to shoot the wildflowers. And yeah, they are blooming and they are beautiful. And most of them are considered to be weed, but some of them, like Aster, tansy Aster, it's so beautiful. I like to uh, grow in my garden. Tansy Aster is one, and silverleaf nightshade is another one. But silverleaf nightshade is very toxic, and especially when you ingest the berries nightshade, you may die. So I cannot plant those in my garden, but tansy aster definitely I like to plant them. So yeah, it is kind of completely different from Colorado I used to live, and these particular varieties of wildflowers represent this locale, which is unique to that particular area, and plants are no exception. Very unique. So first thing I can tell you is this particular grove marrow, which is very common in the springtime, but now it's much less. And this is buffalo bar. It's a solanum. It's a nightshade family, and which is very prickly, but nonetheless the flowers are yellow, and it's beautiful flowers. But you have to be very careful. And this is a ground cherry, purple ground cherry, which I got to know only like a couple of years ago in Colorado. Before then, I didn't know that existence. This particular silver leaf nightshade, I started to notice in Texas mostly because I didn't notice there in Colorado. So I think this is unique in the southern states, southern area. And yeah, so I feel that this is one of the most beautiful plants. But if I want to plant in my garden, I have to be very careful because it's very poisonous. I think the flowers, leaves, and especially the berries, very attractive berries, are very potent poison. So yeah, I decided not to transplant into my garden. Flowers are purple and the yellow center, very beautiful. This is the Engelmann daisy, and this is also very pretty, but it's not that common. In the locally one area has one or two plants. It's not like abundant. This is like a Texas blueweed, which is abundant. Texas blueweed flowers are not that beautiful, but I think leaves, like blue-green leaves, and it's kind of a pretty leaves there, and it's perennial too. And so I took it to my garden, and it's thriving in my garden too. Yeah, but unfortunately, flowers are kind of pretty, but doesn't last long time. Those yellow petals doesn't last a long time there. So it looks like it's a little bit, uh, you know, under the margin of, yeah, garden plants, I would say. And this is a tansy aster. And this is very, very common. And so this is almost like garden plants. I used to have another kind of aster which I felt very, very freely, from by to the garden when I was in Colorado. Very, very common, like a big aster, weed aster, come into the garden and establish itself. But it's a beautiful big plant. But that particular one, I don't see it here. But tansy aster I see everywhere, and it's a beautiful. Yeah, so this is kind of a plant that, yeah, I really, really wish that I could transplant them. In the past, I tried it more than, couple of times, but never successful. This and also heather aster, which is white, small white aster, I liked, but never succeeded. And this is very, very common bindweed. It's a notorious bindweed, as you know, because it is, I don't know, once it comes into your garden or yard, it's difficult to get rid of it unless you use the herbicide or something. And because of, I think the root system of this particular plant are very, very extent. So I think that's what it is. And this is a buffalo gourd, which I found here. The gourd is pretty good sized gourd there, but it is more or less unusual plant. A big, big plant. When you see them, it's a huge plant, and as a gold flower, it's very, very uh, you know similar to the pumpkin or something like that. And this is the thistle that you can see everywhere. And this came from Europe originally, so it's taking over the populations of indigenous uh, thistle population here and establishing itself everywhere. So musk thistle, it's beautiful, big plants, and it's very, very spiny leaves and everything, and it's hard to deal with. This is the fairy flax. Uh, Unlike the most flax, blue flax, it is tiny, tiny flowers.